In a damp, cluttered semi-basement apartment on the outskirts of Seoul, the Kim family struggles to survive. The family includes Ki Taek, an unemployed driver, his strong-willed wife Chung-suk, and their clever, resourceful children, Ki-woo and Ki-jeng. Although close-knit, they barely get by, taking on whatever low-paying, temporary work they can find, often relying on the occasional odd job folding pizza boxes to make ends meet. They laugh together, leaning on humor to cope with the frustration of their meager circumstances. Their cramped basement apartment, banjia, as it's known in Korea, has tiny windows just above street level, letting in only a sliver of light and a constant view of passing feet. Life feels like a relentless series of hardships, yet Ki-woo and Ki-jeng harbor dreams of escaping poverty. They are both smart and adaptable, yet without opportunities, they feel trapped in a world stacked against them. One day, an old friend of Ki-woo's, Min-hyuk, visits and brings a special gift, a scholar's rock, which he says is a good luck charm meant to bring wealth to its owner. It's a simple rock, yet it symbolizes hope, and Ki-woo is touched by the gesture. Before leaving to study abroad, Min-hyuk encourages Ki-woo to take over his job as an English tutor for Da-hye, the daughter of the wealthy Park family. Although hesitant, Ki-woo sees the chance to break free from their grim life, and the family devises a plan. Ki-jeng, talented at digital design, forges a university diploma for Ki-woo, presenting him as a polished, well-educated tutor. After some coaching and encouragement from his family, Ki-woo feels ready and heads off to the Park mansion, clutching his Yonsei University certificate with a mix of nerves and determination. Upon arrival at the Park residence, Ki-woo is mesmerized by the home's design, a stunning modern house with grand windows, open spaces, and meticulously curated art pieces. He realizes how profoundly different the Park's world is from his own. Mrs. Park, who is warm yet naive, interviews him, and he quickly charms her. He tutors the polite and reserved Da-hye, and his calm, confident manner reassures her. Mrs. Park is impressed and hires him immediately. As Ki-woo settles into his new role, he learns about Da-song, the Park's younger son, who struggles with post-traumatic stress after a frightening encounter that he describes as seeing a ghost in their home. Da-song shows an intense interest in art, drawing abstract images that reflect his inner turmoil. Mrs. Park has been searching for an art therapist to work with Da-song, and Ki-woo sees a new opportunity. He suggests that he knows someone, a highly qualified art therapist named Jessica, who is actually his sister, Ki-jeng. With a confident, professional air, Ki-jeng arrives at the mansion, playing her role to perfection. She engages with Da-song, interpreting his drawings with insightful analysis, and Mrs. Park is thrilled, offering her the job on the spot. The plan is unfolding exactly as the Kims hoped. But they don't stop there. Next, Ki-jeng plants incriminating evidence in Mr. Park's car, making it seem as though his driver, Yoon, has been engaging in inappropriate activities. Shocked and embarrassed, Mr. Park fires Yoon, and soon afterward, Ki-jeng suggests a more trustworthy replacement, her uncle, none other than her father, Ki Taek. In a calculated move, the Kims then turn their sights on the Park's longtime housekeeper, Moon Gwang. They discover she has a severe peach allergy, and they set a plan in motion. Ki-jeng subtly exposes her to peach fuzz, triggering an allergic reaction. As Moon Gwang's condition worsens, Mrs. Park becomes increasingly concerned. The Kims then manipulate her into believing that Moon Gwang has tuberculosis, heightening Mrs. Park's fears and making her feel she has no choice but to dismiss Moon Gwang. With Moon Gwang gone, Chung-suk, the Kim family matriarch, takes over as the new housekeeper. Now, the entire Kim family has infiltrated the Park household under various identities, each posing as a highly qualified professional. For a while, life seems perfect. The Kims revel in the luxuries they never had, enjoying the fine foods, soft furniture, and spacious rooms of the Park residence. One night, while the Parks are away on a camping trip, the Kims throw a small celebration of their own. They dine and drink lavishly, indulging in fantasies of someday rising to this level of wealth. Ki-woo, tipsy and full of hope, confesses his affection for Da-hye and dreams aloud about marrying her someday. Yet even in this moment of joy, there's a sense of underlying tension. They know their arrangement rests on deception and could unravel at any moment. In the midst of their celebration, the doorbell rings unexpectedly. Moon Gwang, the former housekeeper, has returned. She claims she left something in the basement and begs Chung-suk to let her in. Suspicious yet curious, Chung-suk allows her inside. Following her down to the basement, the Kims watch as Moon Gwang opens a hidden doorway leading to an underground bunker. The Kims are stunned to discover Moon Gwang's husband, Jin-won, who has been living in the bunker for years to hide from loan sharks. He is gaunt, desperate, and clinging to Moon Gwang for survival. An argument ensues as Moon Gwang begs Chung-suk to let Jin-won stay, promising to pay them in return. But when Moon Gwang accidentally records a video revealing the Kims' true identities, the situation escalates. She threatens to send the recording to the Parks, putting the Kim scheme at risk. Just then, the Parks call to announce that they are coming home early due to heavy rain. A frantic scramble ensues as the Kims rush to contain the situation. They manage to subdue Moon Gwang and Jin-won, tying him up in the basement, just as the Parks arrive. Chung-suk hurriedly prepares food, while Ki-taek, Ki-woo, and Ki-jae hide under a low coffee table in the living room, inches away from the unsuspecting Parks. From this hiding spot, they overhear Mr. Park's casual comments about a strange smell he associates with lower-class people, Ki-taek's smell, one that makes him feel embarrassed and angry. Once the Parks go to bed, the Kims finally escape, hurrying back to their apartment. But their home is unrecognizable. A torrential downpour has flooded the semi-basement, turning it into a cesspool of sewage water. Sifting through the wreckage, the Kims gather what little they can salvage, including the Scholar's Rock, and take shelter in a crowded gymnasium alongside other displaced residents. Ki-woo clutches the rock tightly, as if drawing strength from it, but the family feels shattered. The next day, the Parks host an elaborate garden party to celebrate Yeo-jeong's birthday, with the Kims once again enlisted to help. Though they put on a brave face, the strain is visible. Ki-woo, carrying the scholar's rock, heads down to the basement with the intent of confronting Jin-sai. But when he reaches the bunker, Jin-sai attacks him, smashing his head with the heavy rock. Ki-woo collapses, blood pooling around him as Jin-sai, crazed with grief and rage, staggers upstairs. Bursting into the garden, Jin-sai grabs a knife and stabs Yeo-jeong, sending the party guests into a frenzy. Dae-song, terrified, suffers a seizure, reminding everyone of his past trauma. As Chung-suk wrestles with Jin-sai, she manages to stab him with a barbecue skewer, but the chaos continues. Mr. Park shouts at Ki-taek to get the car keys so he can take Dae-song to the hospital, but when Ki-taek retrieves the keys and sees Mr. Park's look of disgust as he recoils from Jin-sai's poor man smell, something in Ki-taek snaps. In a sudden rage, he stabs Mr. Park and flees, leaving the party in horror and chaos. In the aftermath, Ki-woo recovers from brain surgery but bears deep psychological and physical scars. Yeo-jeong has died, and Ki-taek is nowhere to be found. Ki-woo and Chung-suk face trial for fraud but are granted probation. Later, Ki-woo, now living back in the semi-basement, gazes at the mansion, thinking of his father. He notices a light flickering in Morse code, which he decodes as a message from Ki-taek, who has been hiding in the mansion's bunker all along. In a heartfelt letter, Ki-woo vows to work tirelessly, promising to buy the mansion and reunite with his father. In his mind, he pictures their reunion as if it were real, but deep down, he knows the path to achieving this dream remains uncertain. For now, he remains in the semi-basement where it all began, clinging to a hope that may never come to fruition.
Thanks for watching. Please be kind to hit like and subscribe. Please also comment your idea on our video. I'm Mr. Boom Movie Explainer will bring your very best movie of all time to show you every day.